Kyle Kruger, making just his third career start for the Hoosiers, third this season in those 3 starts. He's pitched 6 total innings and given up only 2 earned runs, although he is 0-1. Going to be taking the mound today for the Indiana Hoosiers as we get ready to get things started. As Mitch Gallagher for Xavier, the leadoff man, steps up to the plate.
We're so proud of him.
Gallagher last night went 0 for 4. First pitch from Kruger out of the stretch. Falls outside for a ball. Gallagher, he's 11 for his last 41 and had his 10-game on-base streak snapped last night after going 0 for 4 with no walks. Kruger with a 1-0. That ball swung and missed by Gallagher. The count now standing at 1-1. 88-mile-per-hour fastball low in the zone. Not as windy out here, but it's more than sunny here at Bart Kaufman Field. 2:04 right now. The 1-1 pitch. High and inside, it's going to be called for a ball. Well, the wind last night was absolutely terrible. It was about 15 miles per hour going from left to right. Really affected the game. All 3 balls in the first inning for the Musketeers flew out to right field to Logan Sowers. The 2-1 pitch comes in. That one swung, and that is going towards right center field. Settling under his Butler. Sowers is going to call him off as he camps under and makes the catch for out number 1. So now 4 consecutive outs in the top of the first inning for Logan Sowers. So now getting ready to step up to the plate for the Musketeers is Joe Gellenbeck. The wind today about 11 miles per hour going from left to right. We'll see how that will affect the game as we move throughout. Here's Kruger. First pitch outside. It's going to hit inside the zone, so the count at 0-1. Gellenbeck, he's 2 for his last 14 with 0 RBIs during that stretch. Went 2 for 4 last night with a couple of strikeouts. Next pitch, it's a check swing by Gellenbeck, and he went through, so the count 0-2 for Kruger. Young freshman off to a nice quick start. Indiana is 3-0 in Kruger's last 3 appearances, including a start at Ball State a couple of games ago. The next pitch, swing and miss for strike number 3. Kruger gets Gellenbeck to go down on 3 straight pitches with his first strikeout of the day. Kruger now with 25 strikeouts here on the young season. Now Rylan Bannon up to the plate for the Xavier Musketeers in a righty versus righty matchup. Bannon hitting .321 for Xavier. Highest average on the team. Fouled away into the net behind the backstop. Bannon went 1 for 4 last night with a strikeout. Left 2 runners on base. He had his 10-game hit streak snapped. Or excuse me, he's on a 10-game hit streak right now, and he's reached base in 19 straight games. The 0-1 pitch, a check swing from Bannon, low in the zone. They look down to the first base umpire, Tim Farwick, and he said that he went through, so the count at 0-2. Kruger's going to look to make this a quick 3-up, 3-down inning. Now looking forecast over Bart Kaufman Field, the sun behind the clouds, the 0-2 pitch, down in the dirt for a breaking ball, so the count now at 1-2. Bannon really starting to come along. He started the season batting .105, but has since batted .353. Had a similar start last year. Started 0 for 16. Found his way to just below 300. The 1-2 pitch from Kruger fouled into the backstop again. The score still at 0-0 here in the top of the first inning at game 2 between the Musketeers and the Hoosiers. Bannon steps back into the plate. Kruger staying in the stretch. Pitch comes in, breaking ball, chopped to foul territory down the third base side, so no play for Luke Miller as Rylan Bannon continues to battle. On the season, Bannon, he is batting .293 in 2-out situations, where he is right now, 13 home runs. That leads the Big East. Kruger setting up for the 1-2. Breaking ball, that one lined out to left field past Jeremy Houston. It's going to be a base hit for Bannon. So he gets the first runner on for the Xavier Musketeers. So now it's an 11-game hit streak for Ryland Bannon, reaching in 20 straight. Now the cleanup hitter, Connor Gramis, the first baseman, getting ready to go up against the freshman pitcher for the Hoosiers. Gramis just 8 for his last 50. Reached base for the first time in 4 games last night. Kruger not worrying about Bannon at first. The pitch comes in. Ground ball past Cangelosi at first. Bannon, he's rounding second, or rather he's going to stay up there, but it's going to be a single for Gramis. So Bannon stays over at second. Now 2 runners on for the Musketeers. Kruger, he got the first 2 batters to go down with a fly out to right field and then striking out Joe Gellenbeck. Just like that, 2 runners are on here for Xavier. It's going to be Chris Given now in another righty versus righty matchup. The shortstop last night went 3 for 4, had the best hitting day for anyone in the Musketeers lineup last night. It was a great pitching duel between Jonathan Stever and Zach Lowther. Lowther had 11 strikeouts. Stever got the win. Breaking ball inside for a strike. Low in the zone, so the count at 0-1 here in the top of the first. Yeah, Stever, that was one of his best games last night. He went 7 2/3, only gave up 5 hits. Had 5 strikeouts to go along with it. But Zach Lowther, you got to give credit where it's due. 11 strikeouts in 6 innings. The only run surrendered was that solo shot from Tony Butler. Here's the 0-1. Another breaking ball inside, same spot. So the count now at 0-2. Once again here for Cal Kruger. Two runners on for the Musketeers at first and second. And 2 outs in the top of the first, and Kruger with an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Fastball high and in, it's a ball. Count now at 1-2. It's a nice difference. He's got an 89-mile-per-hour fastball going down to about a 76-mile-per-hour breaking ball. Hasn't looked back at any of the runners, so he's keeping his focus on the batter with 2 outs. Given, he hits 192 in 2-out situations. The 1-2 pitch, low, swing and miss, strike 3, and Cal Kruger escapes the jam with a strikeout on Chris Given. 2 strikeouts for Kruger, 2 runners left on base for the Xavier Musketeers, and at the end of the top of the first, the score remains at 0-0 here at Bart Kaufman Field.